Welcome back. Tom Hartman here with you. Kathleen in El Dorado, Arkansas. Hey, Kathleen, what's on your mind today? Thanks.
Well, I just kind of accidentally ran across Free Speech TV and was looking at your program, and I noticed that it's extremely partisan.
Yes.
From the things that you've been saying.
Well, yes and no. I would say I am ideological more than partisan. But
well,
yes,
I'm a traditional American.
Okay.
And a direct descendant of one of the signers of the Declaration of Independence.
Okay.
As such, I do not agree with our country being so in debt. With our government has to constrain we have to constrain the out-of-control spending and borrowing from those people like China who don't wish us well.
Kathleen, you're repeating Republican talking points.
No, I'm not. I'm talking the conservative constitutional line.
Well, the Constitution explicitly says that Congress has the right to establish debt on behalf of the United States. And there is no debt crisis. We're paying the lowest interest rates right now in order to get people to buy our bonds that we have.
Is right now, we don't.
No, the crisis is being caused by the Republican Party. We have plenty of money.
You're not letting me finish.
Well, it's because, Kathleen, the points that you're making are not correct.
We're the only republic in the globe, and the other countries that want to see us and do us.
That is not true.
Yes, wait, just about.
There are numerous
the strongest republics. And before you sigh and say all this, you have to realize that there are people in this world that do not want us to be a republic, do not want to see us as a strong government, because they're jealous of us.
I agree, and I would put the entire Republican Party in that category. They are trying to crash the economy of this country right now with a phony crisis. There is no debt crisis, Kathleen. We are having no problem selling our debt. What there is this artificial, arbitrary debt ceiling that the Republicans voted to increase every single year that George Bush was president, and now that Barack Obama is president, they're going to try to use that as to hold this country hostage.
Barack Obama has increased it several times. They voted to let him increase it. It's got
to stop. They did not vote to let him increase it.
They let him have, well, let's put it this way. The Democrats came into control in 2006. They've let Obama have a wide-open credit card.
President Obama was elected in 2008, Kathleen.
I know, but the Democrats went in control of the Congress in 2006.
The President of the United States, George...
If I had a credit card that was so far overdrawn, do you think that they would let me charge anymore? They just raised my interest. What is your problem?
Well, Kathleen, you just made my point. You just made my point. If your credit card was dangerously overdrawn, they would raise your interest rates. And right now, nobody is raising the interest rates of the United States of America. Japan's national debt is 229% of their nation's GDP. Ours is about 84% of our nation's GDP. Japan is able to sell their debt for less than 3%, and so are we. There is no debt crisis. There is a Republican political crisis. The Republicans are putting a gun to the heads of you and me and everybody else in the United States, saying if you guys do not cut Social Security and cut Medicare like the Republicans passed through the House of Representatives, Paul Ryan's bill, which ends Medicare.
Paul Ryan's bill does not.
Paul Ryan's bill turns Medicare into a voucher program. The government will give you $7,000 a year, and then you have to go out to the for-profit insurance companies that skim 30% off the top. You've got like United Healthcare, whose CEO makes $1 billion.
$200 a year for our health insurance, my husband and I. We pay $700 a month.
Are you under 65?
No, I'm 68.
Okay, so then what you're talking about is a supplemental program to Medicare. When Medicare goes away, you are not going to be able to buy, at the age of 68, you are not going to be able to...
Medicare is not going to go away immediately. It's not going to go away for,
So, Kathleen, it's fine with you if our kids are screwed, just so long as you're not?
No, I'm not fine with my grandchildren being screwed.
Then why are you supporting Paul Ryan? That's what he's trying to do. He's sitting there drinking $600 worth of wine with a guy running a $26 billion hedge fund and saying, we'll hand Social Security over to you, buddy.
Why do the Democrats and your group think that you are the only people who have the right answer? Why can't you listen to the other people and come to an agreement in the middle? You know that we've got too much debt.
I do not disagree that we have too much debt. Kathleen, do you know who ran up that debt?
Huh?
Do you know who ran up that debt?
What?
We had less than $1 trillion in debt in 1980 when Ronald Reagan was elected. Jude Wanniski wrote a memo. Kathleen, pause for just a minute and listen to me, would you please? Jude Wanniski wrote a memo called the Two Santa Claus Memo that was published in the Wall Street Journal in '76. And in that memo, he said, the Democratic Party has always been viewed as Santa Claus. They brought us Social Security, they brought us Medicare, they brought us unemployment insurance, they brought us the 40-hour work week, they brought us weekends off. They've always been viewed as Santa Claus. The Republican Party has always opposed all of those things. They've always been viewed as the Grinch. We have to reverse that, or as Scrooge rather. We have to reverse that and turn the Republican Party into Santa Claus. Here's how we do it. When Republicans become president, spend like a drunken sailor. Run up the debt as high and as hard and as fast as you can. Then as soon as a Democrat comes into office, start screaming about the debt. So Reagan came into office, and in 8 years, Reagan himself borrowed more money than every president from George Washington to Jimmy Carter combined. He left us with a $3 trillion debt. George Herbert Walker Bush added another $2 trillion to that debt. Bill Clinton came in, raised taxes on rich people, and got us a balanced budget and a surplus that he handed off to George W. Bush. George W. Bush came in and ran up another $5.5 trillion in debt. You've got over... Kathleen, let me finish this thought. The Republicans have run up about $10 trillion of this $12 trillion debt we have. They bought the car, they drove it off the lot, they let us all have a wonderful time and tell us how great things were, and now they don't want to pay for it. And they're trying to hold this nation hostage in the process. Kathleen, get your facts right, please. Coming up tomorrow, I'll confront Peter Ferrara, the American Civil Rights Union, about his latest article, Reaganomics is the only way? What? We're back to Reaganomics. They want to do more of it to us. And don't forget, democracy begins with you. Democrat, Republican, conservative, liberal, whatever you are, get active, show up. We need the whole spectrum of American politics involved. And good on you, Kathleen, for believing what you believe. But go a little beyond Fox.
Listening to Thom Hartmann. For audio and video archives, go to thomhartmann.com.
Tag you're it. Get involved.
You're watching Free Speech TV, a network powered by the people.